All right, welcome to my channel. In case you have been following the news with Forza Motorsport, they released a new downloadable content package, which includes a whole bunch of Porsches for the first time. And by for the first time, I mean Porsches that are not the RUF branded modified Porsches. If you don't know what that is, RUF is just an aftermarket manufacturer that modifies Porsches, kind of like the way Saleen modifies Mustangs. The reason for that is Electronic Arts has had the Porsche license for probably a decade. So nobody outside of Electronic Arts has been legally allowed to put Porsches in their video games for the last 10 years. And the only loophole around that was, Forza's been able to put in the RUF branded aftermarket, like sort of modified Porsches in. But now, I guess that exclusivity to Electronic Arts is over, and now they can just put Porsche-ass Porsches in games now, which is nice. EA having, or anybody having exclusivity on a certain license is, I think, just bad for the industry, because competition is where it's at. And speaking of competition, this is Forza Motorsport 6. In addition to having Porsches in the game now, they've added a new track, which is Virginia International Raceway. And I just kind of wanted to do like a brief introduction to show, just a Porsche around the new track in Forza 6. And this isn't, there's several configurations of Virginia International Raceway. This is just one of them. It's the only one I've practiced on. And I'll just kind of give my thoughts about it as we go. So, without further ado, here we go. What we're going to be racing in today is the 1955 Porsche 550 Spider. This is race just one of two at the VIR. And as you can see on the screen, the picture-in-picture is a little bit in the way, but you can see in the kind of lower left corner, right to the right of the picture-in-picture, is it's called the full ribbon, I guess, of VIR, which is it's pretty cool. There's a bunch of different VIR configurations, but this one is pretty cool. It's got some really fast straights, some fast S's, some really complicated turns. Real cool shit. Digging it so far, but I'm very, very unfamiliar with it. Like I say, I've warmed up on it and maybe have run around. I've maybe run between 5 and 10 laps on this track. So I'm very green on it. Don't know it very well. Don't even know the names of the corners or anything. It's pretty cool.
Your next race will be at the Virginia International Raceway, America's first true motorsport resort.
The track, aside from being just gorgeous and pretty lengthy, it has a real feeling of a journey. It feels like you're going somewhere, unlike a lot of modern racetracks that just feel like you're...
The 550A Spider, a special friend of mine, introduced an all-new engine for Porsche, making significant amount of power for a car of its size, and it was a delight to drive, because they would regularly beat cars above their class. Porsche race cars became known as giant killers, and the success of the 550A established Porsche as a dominant factory race team.
I didn't want to interrupt Derek Bell there, but the track has a sensation of going somewhere, like the same way that Spa does. It feels like you've taken a trip through the countryside, Whereas, a lot of modern circuits are sort of just feel like you're taking left and right turns with inside of a fishbowl. It's got a real destination feel to it. Very cool. I'm gonna do like a warm-up lap or two just to kind of get a feel for the track and show you some of the corners. Then we'll do the race, and then we'll call it. A video. This is, like I say, it's just a short thing. This is not going to be like a 2, 3, 4+ hour stream. This is just an introduction to this Porsche class and the Virginia International Raceway for Forza 6. I do have some of the mod slots turned on, just for the fuck of it. Just so you can see the driver chart difficulty I've got set to highly skilled. I do have the limited aggression on, so they don't act like total jerks. Whereas assists, here's my assist. I normally keep the driving line off because that's a little bit too much of an assist for me. However, in a track that I'm this unfamiliar with, I have turned it on to the braking only just because I have a severe lack of familiarity with this track. Once I learn the track, I'll turn the suggested line off. Obviously the ABS is off, steering is set to normal, traction stability control is off, because it would be in a 1955 Porsche because it didn't exist. I'm doing manual shifting, but I don't have a H-pattern shift or anything. I'm just using the paddle shifts. And I've got the damage turned on, and I do have rewinds turned on. I'll try not to. I haven't done any setup tuning or anything. This is basically just stock as it is. I'm not going to tune the setup either. We'll just take a practice lap or two and show you around the track. Very long straight as far as the start-finish straight, and except that it's got kind of a kink in it. It's not completely straight. It's kind of like a lengthened version of the front straight at Long Beach, kind of. It's a pretty tight first corner that opens up a little bit. You can kind of stay on the power as you accelerate out of that turn. That turn is kind of tight, and then you'll hit a little chicane here, which is, you got to make sure you sort of don't you sacrifice your entry speed there, because if you come in through that turn, the first of that chicane there too hot, you'll blow your exit. You won't be able to get that second half of the chicane down. Really nice feeling at S's. Just power through, just completely stay on it. Up here in this section, these S's here, I'll sort of lift, maybe downshift a little bit. I don't get too hot going through those corners, and the higher revs keep me in the power band. And normally I stay in third there. Again, it's just lack of familiarity with the track right now. This set of turns right here reminds me very much of like 6 and 7 at Road Atlanta. Kind of like a 2 apex set of corners, where the second corner is tighter than the first. Also, that it leads out onto a very long straight, much the same way Road Atlanta does. But instead of hitting that chicane that you do at the end of the long straight at Road Atlanta, you hit this very technical set of corners right here, which is probably the most technical set of corners on this track that I've encountered so far. Very easy to get this wrong. Right here, because that's just so tight. Very easy to get spit out into the grass there. back onto the front straight. See the kink on the front straight. This lap I'll just stay quiet and try to do a better job. And that's another lap at VIR. 2.5 minute laps in this car. You know, I'm not gonna set the world on fire or anything, but I feel like that's pretty decent. So now we'll go ahead and start the race. Grab a sip of my drinky drink. Sure, where it's got me on the grid. Well, yeah, right directly in the mid pack. And that is one thing that I really have been impressed by with Forza 6 is that they're able to not only keep the frame rate at 60 frames a second, but they're able to do it with 24 cars on the track. That's an impressive feat. I have no idea how they accomplished that. But hats off to Turn 10 for them, you know, because Forza has always been, you know, pretty much an 8-car grid, and for them to triple that number, pretty impressive. Yeah, we're going to start out in 12. We should be able to. Got a little bit extra braking assist on my mods, but we should be able to climb up at least into a top 5. I don't totally fuck up. Yeah, it goes. I'm going to try not to use the rewind unless it's just catastrophic, then I might restart. I finished the race and felt I could have done better. Maybe we'll do it again. A damn good start there, I'll say. I probably could stand to turn the difficulty up a little bit. Come on, dude. Brake check me. Go. Go! Ah, fuck that sign. Did that in my second lap on practice, too. Way hot. And that sucked. Blew the shit out of that. Can't believe I didn't get overtaken for that shit. Probably another indicator that I should turn the difficulty up, but what the hell. Here comes that real technical set of turns. Thank you, Carson. Only a 2-lap race. See if we can't get this guy. One way to get by. Pretty sloppy, but you know, I'll take it. At least there was no contact. Didn't leave me very much room, but I didn't want to hit him either. That's a really good feeling corner right there when the car just kind of drifts out to that curbing. Gotta come real wide here and then turn in. That corner's a little bit tighter than you anticipated it's going to be. Easy to overcook those turns too when you're coming out of them, because you're going downhill. And so you're already, gravity's helping you accelerate a little bit. If you get up too much on the power, you'll just really go wide there. All right, first. I'll tell you what, that felt a little bit too easy. So what do you say? It'll let me. Let's try it again at a little bit higher difficulty. See what happens. I guess restart is what I want. Avatar difficulty. Well, expert. The settings are pro, unbeatable. So it's unbeatable, pro, expert, highly skilled, above average, average, and experienced new racer. It's kind of cool that it gives you that many settings. Although one thing that I kind of would like to see them implement in the Forza series is like the way they had in the TOCA, or British Touring Car series, is they actually had a 0 to 100% slider. So it was, a near infinite amount of adjustment as far as the AI driver difficulty. This is, I guess, it's still pretty good to have that many settings. Expert, it'll load up some new AI. Yeah, we do. Assuredly not as well as the last time. So this is going to be even sloppier and more fights, I guess. But every car difficulty is set to X. Okay. Same assist level and everything. This one should be much tougher. I usually race from the cockpit view, but with this little short, cropped off windscreen on this car, kind of distracting. That's why I'm racing from the hood view. Nice, I'm getting hit from behind. Good ass people back there. Didn't take out that styrofoam sign. Maybe I'll do that next time. Is that E-Type Jaguar in front of me? Whoa, dude, we're all over, let's take the whole road. Come on, buddy. Nice. Man, that turn feels really good when you get it right. Good lead on him, too. Yeah, I would not feel bad about finishing right here. I would take a podium finish. Sure. Not be pissed off about it. Not even a little bit. know if that turn was perfect, but it felt pretty good. I feel like the game's just lying to me and flattering when it says that. Pain. Feels so slow going into that first corner, but don't do that. Nice, got some momentum going. That was a straight momentum pass right there. That dude lifted too much, or he braked a little bit too much, and kind of came through on momentum on him. He's getting a little squirrely up there, looks like. Oh, fucking fuck. Speaking of squirrely. That corner that feels good when you get it right, that feels the opposite when you fuck it up. Cannot believe I did not lose a position over that shit. That was ridiculous. I could straight know better than that shit. This set of corners right here, see, you know what it most feels like? It feels like that section at Interlagos in Brazil, at the circuit of Carlos Pache, whatever they call it there. Set of corners right there feel kind of like that, a little bit. Well, second place, you know, I'll take it, especially after that massive screw up where I went off track. I might have had a shot at that guy if I hadn't blown it, hadn't completely screwed the pooch there. But you know, I feel good about that. I kind of would. It makes me want to play it again and see, you know, without that screw up. But I have been able to fight with that guy for the lead. I feel like I might have been able to. So with that, I'm going to show the replay, and what I'll do is I'll kill the little picture-in-picture, and I'm going to show the replay of the race, and then we'll call it a stream. Like I say, I just want a quick introduction to the Porsche models and the new Virginia International Raceway track in Forza. That's what the stream is all about. So I'm going to kill the picture-in-picture. Whenever I toggle over to the tapped-in window on the Xbox One, it's going to pause the stream for just a second. So hang with me real quick, but it'll be right back. I swear, to get that many cars on the screen and still keep the frame rate again, I know I'm repeating myself, but fucking kudos to Turn 10, man. They did a really great job with Forza 6. Where I get P2 on momentum. There's those S's where I like to just kind of downshift. Downshifting sort of just really stabilizes the car, slows it down a little bit, keeps me in the power band. Here's that epic fail, which ultimately, I can't say it cost me the win, but I can say for sure that it cost me an opportunity to fight for the win. Just put me just 2 from the lead car. I was unable to move up from there. Shocking that I didn't lose a position. Yeah. Third place guy is just all over me, but too late. Here we're on the start finish. And that's it. That is VIR in Porsches. Thanks for watching the stream. Hope you found it informative. Keep an eye out on this channel for more. Actually, while I'm here, I can go ahead and show you kind of some of the Porsches that were included in the package. Why don't we do that? Nope. Minute. All right, here's the Porsches that are in this package. The 2015 919 Hybrid, Cayman GTS, on Turbo. I don't know. That one doesn't interest me that much. 918 Spider, 2014 model. 11. Read. I'm going to stop reading for you. That looks like a really fun one. I have not yet tried that, but I just know it's going to be awesome. Speaking of awesome, cannot wait to get in that one. See how fast that one gets around the old Nürburgring. And speaking of Derek Bell, I think this is one of the Porsches that he raced. For maybe one of his 24-hour Le Mans wins. 5 that he has under his belt. Very, very impressive. That is a beautiful car, too. The rear fin integration into the body, just beautiful. Beautiful fucking car. Objectively so. That, too. The old bathtub. And that one. There may be more Porsches available in the game. Not sure. But these are the ones that come with the VIR package. So, again, with that, thanks for watching the stream, and stay tuned to this channel. I appreciate it.